For those of you that don't know, I'm Maggie, and today we are talking all about Skylar. They have some new products. They've changed up their scent club. They have a bunch of new scent club scents that we haven't covered yet, and so I feel like I wanted to just pack it all into one video. So before I go into actually describing the scents that have come in the mail since we last talked, which was I think July of 2020, I do want to just make those of you who have never heard of the Scent Club aware of what this is before you dive into this video. So what the Scent Club is a monthly perfume subscription service. And what makes this a little bit different from well-known brands like Scentbird and things like that is that Skylar actually makes cruelty-free, more natural perfumes than a lot of those on the market. They are actually sold at Sephora, so you can get a lot of their permanent line things there if you've never smelled them before and you just want to check them out. I think that's a great starting place. If you go on their website, you can actually take a scent quiz and kind of figure out which scents are made for you, which could be a good first step in discovering this brand. And what's really cool about it is that they've made it completely customizable. So you might think that it could be a little chancy to order your perfume off the internet, which honestly, it can be. So if you're not completely sure that you're gonna like that month's specific unique scent, you have the option to skip it. You can swap it out for another scent in their permanent line or for a previous scent that came in the Scent Club if you fell in love with it. You can cancel your subscription if you just don't want to deal with it anymore. They make it super easy and super user friendly, and they try to make it the best, most customizable subscription for you by allowing you to swap things out and really kind of evaluate where you stand each month. So it's not one of those subscriptions that kind of locks you in. Another really neat thing about this Scent Club is that every month Skylar chooses a different charity to partner with, and so a portion of the proceeds for that month's scent are actually sent to a bunch of different organizations that they choose to partner with. All right, so now on to the actual scents that have come in the mail since we last talked. Let's start with August of 2020, and that was the scent Pink Sky. This is described as bright, vibrant, and juicy, and the top scent notes are lychee, mangosteen, and sun-drenched jasmine. Another thing to note too is that they always suggest certain scents in their permanent line that you should layer this with. And Skylar is really big on layering perfumes because it kind of creates your own unique scent. It allows you to use a lot of the perfumes that you already have sitting in your cabinets, and it creates something very new and different. Not to mention the fact that perfumes tend to wear differently on lots of people, so I feel like you really are getting kind of a customized scent to you when you choose to kind of make these little perfume cocktails on your skin. And this one is seriously one of my favorites that have come out of the Scent Club lately. It's very fresh, but it does have that fruity element. But most of all, it's not sickeningly sweet. I am not somebody that likes a sweet perfume. This really is a very nice, very light, very wearable scent. Now, one surefire way for me to kind of look at the scents online and determine if I'm gonna like that scent that month is to look at the perfumes that they suggest that you pair it with, because those obviously mean that they complement each other and that they go well together and that they're remotely similar in some way. And so for instance, with Pink Sky, it says to layer this with Capri and Isle. Capri happens to be my most favorite scent from their permanent line. It's very like citrusy, fresh, bright, bubbly. It's a very good summer scent. I absolutely love it. And then Isle was actually the first scent that I ever bought from them because that's what my scent quiz, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, recommended for me. It's a very fresh, I call it kind of a lived-in scent because it is a very comforting, warm, approachable scent. I think that it can be worn in all seasons. I don't think that Isle is as like punchy and bright as Capri to where it kind of smells like you're wearing a summer scent all year long. Isle you can definitely get away with at all times. It's very unique. It has a lot of like bergamot elements. So when I see that you're supposed to layer it with two scents that I really, really like, I think it's a surefire sign that I'm gonna like this. I don't necessarily know what mangosteen smells like. Do you know what I mean? Even though the scent notes are there, it doesn't tell me much if I've never smelled that before. So that is really how I determine things. And if maybe you've never smelled one of their scents in their permanent line, go online and read the scent notes for those scents and see if that gives you any more insight into what you could expect from this scent. And if you think that's too much trouble, take a risk and just get the scent sent to your door. I don't know. All right, next up is September scent. And I love the box on this. I really like what they were going for here with the illustration. And this is called Amber Muse. This is described as romantic, creamy, and decadent. It says that the top scent notes are coconut milk, saffron flower, and hazelnut, and it suggests that you layer this with willow and arrow. Further proof that my assessment works. I do not own either willow or arrow. Willow is definitely not for me. It's a very woodsy, very earthy, very like quintessential winter and fall kind of perfumes. So when I saw that, I was like, oh dear, this might not be one that I'm a fan of. But also amber to me just reads a little bit too deep and musky, and it really does not wear well on my skin. So the fact that this was called Amber Muse was kind of a tip off that this was not gonna be for me. Now when I smell perfumes like this with a lot of amber, I really smell cedar. Like that is the very first thing that my nose recognizes. But this to me, I think that they've kind of like evolved their fall scents from last year. Last year things were really heavy. They went all the way. There was this one that was kind of like a fireside scent that just smelled like kind of crazy, not very wearable to me, but some people really liked that. I feel like they went and kind of transformed their fall scents to be a little bit more approachable and a little bit less polarizing, if you will. So yeah, while this is not my favorite, this one is still approachable and wearable for me, even though I'm not typically one to lead toward these type of scents. All right, and next up is October scent. So this is the scent that we're in right now. And if you were to go and subscribe to the Scent Club today, this is the scent that you would be sent if you didn't choose to swap this out for something in their permanent line or skip the month or anything like that. Now this one I feel like is a wonderful scent to start off with because this happens to be one of my most favorite from this entire year. And they've had really good scents this year. Like Beach House is way up there. Love that. Sun Shower, way up there. So good. This to me is so unique. It's a very floral yet fresh scent, but it's also not one of those that screams summertime. Like they did a really good job making this a very like fall scent for those people like me that like fresh and floral and fruity scents. It's a very tough one to describe, so I'm gonna try not to butcher it, but the top notes of this are lotus flower, orris, and moss, and they suggest that you layer this with Isle, which is their fresh scent, and then Meadow, which is their floral scent. The closest perfume that I can relate this to that I've ever smelled in my life is Indigo by Nest. It's a very popular scent in their line. If you have a Sephora near you and you want to go smell it, I think that that would kind of give you a starting point for kind of how this would smell on you. I cannot stop wearing it. It's actually funny because they accidentally sent this to me in September, and you can see that I've used this quite a bit since then. Like the levels are definitely down, and rollerballs take a long time to go through. So if that tells you anything, I really, really have been loving this scent. Now I have my notes here, so if you see me reading off some things, I just want to be sure that I give you all of the necessary details. But now that we've gone through the past 3 scents that have come for the past 3 months, and maybe Pink Sky is the one that appeals to you the most, never fear, Skylar has really changed the way that they allow you to access past scents. But they did have this one feature for those people who are members of the Scent Club called the Vault. I think that they heard, customer feedback and realized that the Vault made it a little bit complicated to get past scents that you really loved. So in an effort to allow you to have better access to some of their past scents, they've done away with the Vault and they've come out with what they call the Rolley Gallery. This allows you to add or swap past scents into your Scent Club box each month. They don't have restrictions on which ones are available. If it's in stock, you have the ability to put it in your box. So if you're curious how to access this Rolley Gallery and you are an existing Scent Club member, when you sign into your account, they now have an entire section related to that. So if you would like this month's scent and you want to get something that's come in a past month, you can add both to your cart, or when you're going to check out for this month's specific perfume, there will be a screen that pops up and gives you the option to swap them out. So you don't have to buy something in addition to this month. You can just have something else come in its place. Some other improvements that they've made is that you used to get a 10% discount on everything on the Skylar site by being a member of the Scent Club. Well, they've now increased that percentage discount to 20%. You always get free shipping on items from their website if you're a member, and you now have the option to add those full-size items to your monthly box, which I think is great, especially because recently they've come out with some hand sanitizers. And while we're all trying to get back to normal but also stay healthy in the process, I think that this was a really smart move on their part. Their full-size hand sanitizer that comes in this great pump bottle, this is the exact same packaging as their body lotion and their body wash, in case you've ever bought that before. That's what you can expect, same size. This is 8.4 fluid ounces of hand sanitizer, and this costs $12. Another option that you have if you don't want to commit to a full-sized scent, like you kind of want your options, is to get a 3-pack of these travel sizes. And the hand sanitizers come in the scents Pink Sky, which again was that August scent, and Beach House, which was a fan favorite from this month's Scent Club, and then also Sun Shower, again, another Scent Club scent turned permanent. And you can get a pack of 3 of these travel sizes for $15, or you can get this one jumbo size for $12. So those are the options that you have there. So if you wanted to and you're interested in getting one of their hand sanitizers, you can add this onto your Scent Club box and get 20% off of the $12. So could be worth doing. One thing that I absolutely love about the hand sanitizer is that it's moisturizing, because my hands are so dry and cracked right now with these kind of sudden weather changes, and especially me already turning heat on in my car, and it's just making my skin super dry. It's nice to have a hand sanitizer that is moisturizing because it makes a big difference. Like, so that was a lot. I just threw a lot of information at you. I'll have everything linked and outlined in the description box below as well. Each month's scent, how you access it, the updates to the Rolley Gallery, the updates to the perks if you become a Scent Club member. I'll be sure to include it all down below for your reference just in case. Also, if you're interested in subscribing to the Scent Club or getting a little discount on any of their items, I do have a discount code that you can use to get you a little money off at checkout. So if you like this video, then like it, stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.